Performance Live with me, your host, Kai Kolade. So grateful to be doing this again with you today. How are you doing and how is your week? I hope you've had a productive week so far. Today is Thursday. One more week, one more day, sorry, to the end of the work week, and then we'll be going into the weekend. And just few more days to the end of the month of July, and then we'll be going into the new month, the month of August. I'm sure you are super excited. Just one more month in between before we now get into the Ember months, and just like yesterday, we'll be talking about rounding up the year. It's exciting and at the same time it's humbling. Just so grateful to God, for everything, for keeping us alive, for keeping us well thus far. Seeing the past 7 months of the year, we are now in the second half of the year, 2023, and then before you know it, we're going to be talking about the year 2024. This is why it's so important for us to keep coming together like this, to charge ourselves, to encourage ourselves, despite all the things that is going on around us, just to keep having that encouragement, that fire, that fuel to make sure that we achieve those goals that we have set out to achieve in this year 2023. It's just so important. I'm all just so happy to be here with you. And let me just start by saying thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much, YouTube. Everyone that has subscribed to my channel. You guys are awesome. You guys are the best. Just so grateful. Just looking at how I've not had the time to check the numbers, but in a just few days, few weeks, I've just seen this incredible addition to the number of subscribers to my channel. Just want to say a big thank you to you guys. Well, if you are old subscriber, if you just subscribed, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I don't take you guys for granted, and that's why just for the past few weeks I've just said, yeah, I really have to take care of my YouTube audience, right? And that's why I make this commitment to show up. Hi, Rayla, great to have you here. Welcome, thank you for joining. And that's why I have this commitment to make sure that I show up for you guys at least, even if it's once every week, just to be that voice of encouragement in your ear, that voice of providing you that fuel, that fire, charging you on, cheering you on as you go on to achieve all those goals that you have set out to achieve this 2023. You mean so much to me. Your goals mean so much to me, and I can't wait to celebrate with you. Achieving all those goals that you have set out to achieve. So this is High Performance Live. So happy to be here with you. You know how we do it, right? We always start our live sessions with our weekly review, which is simply three things: what we are grateful for this week, the lesson that we are learning this week, and what we are looking forward to in the upcoming week. That's just our strategy, how we do our high performance review every week. And as a high performer, I keep encouraging you and charging you that it's very important for you to do these things, because what you can't measure, you can't manage. What you can't measure, you can't improve. So it's very important that you have some form of measurement that you are doing, because that's the only way that we can improve and that we can grow as high performers. And so please do it. And that's why I've made it as simple as possible for you, that just do it three things. Don't overcomplicate it. What are you grateful for this week? What are you learning this week? And what are you looking forward to in the upcoming week? For me, what I'm simply grateful for is the opportunity to be here with you this evening, and to welcome and to thank everyone that has subscribed to the channel recently, and even every that you are an old subscriber. I just want to say big thank you. That's what I'm grateful for. As at the last time I checked, I can see that we're over 1,900 subscribers. Wow, for me that's just so heartwarming, and I'm so grateful. So grateful, and to imagine that up until that was 2020, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, up until 2020, even I think 2020 slash 2021, I had only 50 something subscribers. Oh yes, okay. Also, Raila, I'm grateful for life. I'm learning to trust God more. and I'm looking to a big financial miracle this week. Awesome. Thank you so much, Rayla, for sharing that. And I can't wait to celebrate your testimony with you in this upcoming week. Awesome, 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 Rayla. And just like I was saying, I'm just so grateful because up until 2021, I had opened this YouTube channel, I think, 2013 since 2013, and up until 2021 I had only like 54 or 55 subscribers. But from 2021, when I was just like, "Ah, look what, come on, look, guys, you can do a lot better. Put your heart to this thing, right? Put your heart, let your heart be there. It's like that scripture that says, where your treasure is, that's where your heart will also be." And I was just like, look, you can do a lot better. Start talking to people to subscribe to your channel, start creating more content for your YouTube channel. And that's just what it is. That's 50 something, and now we're now talking about 1,900. I know very shortly we're going to be talking about 2,000 subscribers, and you are the one that has made it happen. Thank you so much. You are awesome. You are the best. Thank you. I know that very soon we'll be talking about 20,000 subscribers, right? That would be something. That would be totally awesome, and I know it's coming very, very soon, because this is going to be huge. I'm just so sure about it. It's about that thing where you tell yourself that it's time to double down, and that's just my own charge and my encouragement to you, that whatever it is, double down on that thing. Double down on it. You perhaps you have your own YouTube channel. This might be the time for you to say to yourself that, look, I need to double down on this thing. Thank you so much, Rayla. It's congratulations to all of us, right? You too. Congratulations to all of us. Thank you. You are part of the person that is making these things happen. So congratulations to you too as well, Rayla. Thank you so much. And so that's just what it is. That this is time for you to be more committed, for you to be increase your frequency. Just increase your frequency, increase your commitment, increase the level of intensity in anything that you are doing, right? Just like you mentioned, Rayla, that you are learning to trust God more, and it's that thing where you are saying to yourself that if that's what I'm learning right now, then this is the time for you to increase your intensity. This is your time to increase your intensity. It's not about saying, "Oh, let me trust God and see what happens and see how it goes." No, if you are saying that trusting God is what it is for me, then it's saying to myself that I need to increase my frequency in that area. I need to increase my commitment in that area. I need to increase my intensity in that area. There is no room for, permit me to use the word, half-assing it anymore, right? To just going into that thing, okay, to dabble. I think that's the word I'm looking for. There's no room for dabbling. There's no room for second guessing, or for just trying. Look, we're at that stage where we have experimented enough. It's not as if we're still not going to be experimenting and all that. Please, that's not what I'm saying. But even in your experimentation, be fully committed to it, right? Put your mind to it, put your wholeheartedly into it. Even if it's just you are saying, for the next 3 months, let me go all into this thing. That's how we see the results. That's how we move our lives to a whole new level. It's just so important, right? And so for me, that's just what it is. And for me, just building on the things I have said, is why, for me, the lesson that I'm learning recently is the importance of influence, the importance of having influence with people. And that's why I'm going to be talking about that this evening, how to be more influential, how to have a greater influence with people. That's what I'm going to be sharing with you in the next couple of minutes. And then for me, what the projects that I'm looking forward to, what I'm looking forward to is the $100 week, my brand new course that is coming up next month, in the month of August. In a few days, we are going to be entering the month of August, and I'm just so excited for that program, right? Where I'm going to be sharing with you the psychology and the practical steps to take to help you make $100 in a week. And for me, it's just so important that we are having this kind of conversation, or we're having this kind of program, especially with everything, especially in my own nation, Nigeria, where with everything that is happening with the economy and everything that is happening with the price of fuel, that to now begin to say to yourself that I need to start uncovering and unleashing and bringing out the things that I have on the inside of me. And that's just what the $100 week is all about, right? It's not I'm not going to be teaching you some get rich quick scheme or teaching you something about multi-level marketing or about cryptocurrency and all that. There are people that do all that. I'm not here to put them down in any way, please. I'm just trying to define to you what the $100 week is all about, and that's what it is all about, is just bringing in that thing that is on the inside of you and for you to get paid for it. Because for me, that's what has happened for me, and it's so life changing that I can see how from my trajectory of working in the bank to being a writer, a trainer, and a coach right now, uncovering the things that are inside of me and to get paid for it. And it can happen for you too. It can absolutely happen for you too. And that's why I'm committed, to seeing you in that program, the $100 week. Your investment in it is just $10. What's $10, right, compared to be making $100 in a week, and not just in one week, but seeing that you have that template to do it over and over and over and over again. And for me, at the end of the day, it's yes, we are going to make money during the program, but beyond the money that is going to be made is the kind of person that you are going to become, where you look back and you are like, is this me? Where you see that you have become a pleasant surprise to yourself. It's just so important, because trust me, if anybody had told me that I would be creating a course to help people in their finances, to help people's finances, I would have said, no, it's not me. It can be any other person, but not Kayode. Because for a very long time, I didn't like talking about money. Anytime the issue of money was brought up, it's that thing where you just feel yourself getting agitated, you feel yourself getting tense, because you look at every other person who were making money, but something just told you that you can't do it. It can't happen for you, except maybe, okay, you are in that situation where you have a regular 9 to 5, or you have a regular job. But to see people bringing out the things on the inside of them and to get paid for it, it looked like a long stretch for me. It looked like something that couldn't happen for me, because as far as I was concerned, these people were smarter than me. When it came to the issue of money, these people were smarter than me. Until I realized that it's not that they are not smarter than me. The fact that they can do it, I can do it too. It's all about mindset. And for me, that was where everything changed. And that's why, I'm inviting you now to come on board with me for this $100 week. Let me show you that psychology and the practical steps for you to make that happen in your life. And I'm just so excited about that. Can't wait to see you there in that program. Type 100 in the comments, in the comment section, and I would definitely forward the link for you to learn more about that program, and more importantly, to sign up for it. Can't wait to see you. I can't wait to have you there. Awesome, awesome, awesome stuff, right? So quickly, next few minutes, just going to be sharing with you how to have a greater influence with people, how to be more influential. And the reason why we're having this conversation, and the reason why I believe that this discussion is very important, is because of the fact that there is no goal that you and I want to achieve as high performers that we aren't going to need people. We are going to absolutely need people to achieve those goals that are very important to us. We are going to be willing to, we need to be willing to ask for the help of people. And if we are going to need people, if we are going to need people's help, then one thing that is very important is that we are going to need this skill of influencing people. It's just so important to have influence with people, because if we are going to be able to get people to assist us or to help us on our journey to becoming those high performers that God has created us to be, then there is either we are going to be able to influence people by inspiring them, or we are going to be able to influence people by manipulating them. It's either we are going to be leaders or we are going to be dictators. But you and I are high performers, right? So we are not concerned with the aspect of manipulating people or being dictators to people. What we are concerned about is that how do we build our influence as leaders? How do we build our influence so that we can inspire people to come along with us on our journey, to help us fulfill our assignment, to help us achieve those goals, our dreams that very matter to us, that matter to our hearts. That's what we're talking about this evening. And it's just so important for us to have this conversation, because at the heart of having a greater influence with people is this thing called networking. Yes, I know, right? I know you were just like, don't go there, don't go there. This networking thing, don't go there. And I know if you are like me, trust me, I know how it can feel. Because when it comes to this thing called networking, even me, up till today, I still struggle. How it's just about walking up to that particular person and saying to that person, oh, this is what I do, this is the thing, that the service that I render, this is the product that I sell. Oh, it will be great for you and all that. It's like, I don't want to do that. And it's like just a very, very awkward moment or an awkward situation. And when it comes to networking, we come up with all forms of excuses, right? We come with all forms of excuses. So if you are like me, you go to that event, and it's maybe perhaps a training or a seminar or a summit, and then you attend the seminar or the summit, and then you are saying to yourself, I've learned everything that I need to know. I'm great. I'm okay. I don't need to network with anybody. So you pack your bag and your baggages and you dash out. You are heading home, or you are saying to yourself, you know what? The wavelength that I'm operating on is higher than the wavelength of every other person here. So they are not going to understand me. They are not going to get me. The service that I render is an intangible service. So by the time you are talking to people, many of them are not going to get it. They are not going to understand. I'm just going to end up being frustrated. So you know what? I might as well not network with anybody. Or sometimes it's this situation where you are saying to yourself, the day is already well fast spent and traffic is building, so I need to hurry up home so that I don't get stuck in traffic. And you know what, another time I will have the opportunity to network with people, but at this time, look, time is well spent. I need to get home in time. I don't have time to network with anybody. And for me, isn't that so absolutely ridiculous? And you know that the reason why I'm saying that is because those are the kind of excuses that I have given to for not networking with people. And I said to myself, Kyle, is that not absolutely ridiculous? You took out the time to leave your house. You you put on your nice outfits, your nice clothes, got into your car, drove to this place to learn and to attend this seminar and to attend this summit. And then you say to yourself, oh, traffic is building, so you have to get home in time, and that's why you're not going to network with people. Come on, Coyote. This house that you are rushing to, that you are saying, oh, you don't want to avoid traffic and you want to get home in time. Getting home in time, is that going to change your financial situation? Getting home in time, is that going to change your life? And for me, it's that thing where we need to get to that point where we ask ourselves these very, very important questions, where we're doing things that at the end of the day is shortchanging ourselves. Short-term comfort for long-term impact. Short-term comfort of saying, oh, traffic, you are getting agitated, oh, you are trying to hurry to where you are going, and then you miss the long-term opportunity of meeting somebody that can change your life forever, of meeting that one person that can absolutely change your business forever, that can change your career trajectory forever. And for me, that's just what it is. That especially for many of us that have lost sight of the importance of networking and connecting with people to tell ourselves again and to remind ourselves the importance of this thing. That despite no matter how in a hurry, no matter how agitated we are, it's still about slowing down to take notice of the people around us. To take notice of the people around us, because right there in the people around us is the opportunities for influence. Right there in the people that are around us right now is the opportunities for that influence that we are looking for. And because if we don't have influence, our lives cannot change. Think about any aspect of your life, be it your health, be it your business, be it your career, be it your finances, be it your private in private close relationships. It cannot change except we have that thing called influence. And so that's just what it is. That is about coming back to that place where we say to ourselves that look at is we need to put our ego aside, right? We need to humble ourselves again. And it's just like how scripture says that humility is the precursor to honor. It's the same thing that we need to tell ourselves, that our willingness to network is the number one prerequisite if we are going to have influence with people. We can't be feel like we are too big. And it's I don't know about you, but that's just what I've been saying to myself. Kayode, you can't be too big to network with people. You can't be too big to establish connections with people. You can't be feeling yourself and be feeling that you are too smart or you are too intelligent to network and to connect with other people. This journey is going to be very long and going to be very far for you. It's going to be very long and it's going to be very far for you unless you are willing to humble yourself and start reaching out to people. That's how it happens. That's how we build influence, and that's how we become those high performers that God has created us to be. And so that's just what it is, that if there's anything that we can learn, if there are those skills that we can learn and that we can apply to help us be better better in networking, to help us be better in building our influence, then my hand is 100% up to learn that thing, to leverage that thing, so that I can improve my networking skill. I can take my influence to a whole new level and achieve those goals that I really, really want to achieve. So let's get right into it. My number one big idea that I'm going to share with you this evening about improving our networking skill is about that thing of moving from the mindset of being likable to being a linchpin. I'll say that again. If we are going to improve our networking skill, if we are going to have a greater influence with people, then we need to move from the mindset of being likable to the mindset of being a linchpin. Now, another way to say that is that we need to move from the mindset of being uh, focusing on being charismatic to being a connector. Now, what is the distinction, right? Because I know that's what is going on in your mind right now, and definitely that's what I'm going to get into. What's the distinction between being likable and being a linchpin? The number one distinction between being likable and being a linchpin is that the person who is focused on being likable is focused on themselves and what they want to achieve, while the linchpin is focused on the other person and what they want to achieve. Trust me, it's a game changer. When it comes to networking, when it comes to having influence with people, we need to remember that if we are going to take our influence to a whole new level, we need to be focused on other people and what they are trying to achieve. You've heard that saying that there are two kinds of people that walk into a room. One person walks into the room and says, "Hey, here I am. Look at me. Look at how awesome I am. Everybody, come to me." And there's the second person who walks into the same room and sees somebody else and sees other people and says, "Oh, there you are. How are you doing?" Definitely, who are you going to want to relate with? Who is that person that you are going to connect with? It's the second person. The second person who comes into the room and says, hey, there you are. How are you doing? And that's why I'm saying that if we are going to have greater influence with people, then we can't be those people that are saying, oh, look at me. Oh, you know how we have rehearsed our elevator pitch over and over again, right? You have rehearsed that elevator pitch so that when you get it with that person, you will just narrate that elevator pitch in under 20 seconds so that they will be so impressed. But we need to realize that that's just one level of influence. If we are going to take our influence to a whole new level, it's about going and saying to that person, hey, how are you doing? How are you? What are you trying to achieve? What are the things that are important to you? What are you trying to create? What are you trying to build? What do you find meaningful? That's how the game changes. That's how we move from being likable and being a linchpin. Second distinction between somebody that is likable and that is a linchpin is that the person that is likable is focused on how intelligent they are, while the linchpin is focused on leveraging the intelligence of others. It's very, very important. And this is where the dynamic changes. The reason, look, if many of us will be sincere, the reason why we are struggling on the level that we are currently is because we are trying to do it alone. It's because we are focused on how intelligent we are. It's because we are focused on people recognizing how intelligent we are. But I'm here to say to you is that if the dynamic is going to change, then we need to start saying, how do I leverage on the intelligence of others? If there's this part of scripture in Proverbs chapter 26, you can read it, it's absolutely going to bless you. There's a part in that chapter, Proverbs chapter 26, where the very wise King Solomon says, dreamers fantasize their self-importance. Dreamers fantasize their importance. They think they are smarter than a whole college faculty. For me, isn't that powerful? Isn't that so interesting? That one person will think that he is smarter than an entire college faculty that contains doctors, that contains professors, that contains people with their masters, an entire college faculty. One person will think that he's smarter than every other person. And we're just like, come on, that guy must be so stupid, that guy must be so ridiculous. But what Solomon is saying to us is that when we refuse to humble ourselves, to reach out to other people, to leverage their intelligence, to leverage the things that they know, that's ultimately what we are doing. We are ultimately saying that all these great and fantastic people, we are smarter than them. And that's why networking is so important, because of that thing called humility. It's just so important, even if not for anything else. If you forget anything in this live session today, the reason why we need to take networking important is because of humility. Because isn't it important for us to remind ourselves of this truth, that many times we are so caught up in our own head, we are so caught up in our own space, we are so caught up in our own greatness, so caught up in the fact that we are better than other people, that our schedules are more important than the people around us, that the goals that we are pursuing are more important than the things that are around us. But Miles Monroe, of blessed memory, will always say this thing at all his summits and conferences. It's humorous, but it's the truth. Where he will say to you that turn and shake the person close to you, and say to the person that there's this way that he puts it, that you better shake the hand of the person next to you very well, because if they knew if you were right now, they will buy you lunch. I'm trying to remember exactly, but that's somehow, that's in a nutshell, that's what he says. And he will say to your neighbor that if you know who I really am, you will buy me lunch today. Because yes, that's what it is. Tomorrow I could be the president of the nation. I could be that person, I could be that CEO that could help you get to that next level that you want to get to. So now it's about that thing where you are flipping it and saying to yourself that that person that you are sitting next to, they might not look like it, but if you know the great and the awesome future that is ahead of them, you will treat them with greater respect. You will be nicer to them. You would take out just a few minutes to at least get to know them, to at least get to know what they know, to at least appreciate the level of wisdom that they have. And that's what it means to be a linchpin. A linchpin is not about how smart you are, it's not about how intelligent you are, it's about wisdom. And for me, that's what is hitting me over and over again recently. That look how this is not about smartness. This thing is not about intelligence. The people that you are seeing that are doing great and awesome things, they are not smarter than you. They are not more intelligent than you. What they have is that they have wisdom. They have wisdom, and a critical component of wisdom is the ability to leverage the intelligence of other people. Still, the wise King Solomon, he says something. He says, "Wise people take advice." See, that three-worded statement sounds so simple, but if you understand, if you take time to meditate on it, it will absolutely change your life. Wise people take advice. Okay, that's 4 words, sorry, not 3 words. Wise people take advice. That's what it means to be a linchpin. To surround yourself with people that are smarter than you, that are more intelligent than you, or sorry, to surround yourself with people with wisdom. Because it's not about the fact that they are smarter than you or more intelligent, but they have wisdom. They have the real life application to that thing that you are trying to achieve. And that's where I'm going. They know when the rubber meets the road, they know exactly what to do. That's the wisdom that you are looking for, and that's what you need to leverage on as a linchpin. Third distinction between being likable and being a linchpin is this thing called initiative. Is this thing called initiative? And since the time I started talking, I've been mentioning it. And when I say initiative, is that you you need to be that person, sorry, that initiates the connection, that initiates reaching out to this other person is very important. Because what I discover is that the people who are focused on being likable are waiting for that connection, waiting for that network to fall into their lap. Sorry, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. The truth about it is that these people that are quality people, these people that have influence, right now you are not in their radar. And so it's about saying to yourself, how do you implant yourself in the radar of those people that have that influence that you are looking forward to? It makes absolute sense, right? It said the wise people walk with the wise, but the companion of fools will be destroyed. If you and I want to have greater influence with people, then the question that we need to ask ourselves is, who are the influential people that I am working with right now? Who are those people that have influence that I'm seeking to connect myself to? And the only way that will happen is that they will not come to us, we must go to them. They will not come to us, we must go to them. We must be the ones willing to initiate going to meet them. That's what it means to be a linchpin. To take the initiative, to take the bold step, to take the first step. Will it be convenient? Absolutely not. Will it be comfortable? Absolutely no. Will it be cheap? Absolutely no. It will not be cheap for you to reach out as to connect with these people, but will it be worth it? A better way to say it is that, will achieving your dreams be worth it? Absolutely yes. And what I'm saying is that if achieving your dreams is going to be worth it to you, then you need to stop saying to yourself, oh, I'm too shy, Oh, I'm too reserved. Oh, you know what? It's going to be too stressful for me to reach out to that person. Look, what is at stake right now is your dreams. What or is are your dreams? What's at stake are those goals that matter to you. And if they truly, truly matter to you, then be willing to take the step to initiate that relationship. That's how you build influence. It's not by being to yourself, by staying with yourself, that you are going to build influence with people. No, it's about working, getting into those circles of people that already have influence with those people, for them to show you how and to build up your own person, and that's how you have influence with other people. But it will only happen if you take the first step. It will only happen if you initiate that connection. It will only happen if you are committed to the process, if you are consistent. You are committed, you are consistent, and you refuse to be casual about it. And that's my own charge and my own encouragement to you today, that you can't afford to be casual. You need to take this thing more seriously. You need to take the first step. The final thing, distinction between um, being likable and being a linchpin so that we can build and have greater influence with people, is that thing where be the person that brings other influential people together. I'll say that again. The difference, the distinction between being a linchpin, being likable, and being a linchpin is that the linchpin is always looking for ways or trying to create a platform that brings people of influence, that brings influential people together. Because here's the thing, is one thing for you to be praying to get that connection that you need to go to the next level, right? It's a whole different ball game when you are the one connecting other people together. And that's where we need to get to. That's where we need to desire to get to. Where we are the ones now, not just praying and seeking and trying to go after that intelligent person or trying to gain that connection, but putting ourselves on that pedestal where we see all these people with great minds, we see all these people that are intelligent, all these wise people, and we are saying to ourselves, how can I bring them together? How can I bring them together in a forum? How can I bring them together in one room? And guess what? You will be totally unforgettable as that person who brings great minds together. So now you are not just a great networker, you are your a great networker's favorite networker. Let me put it like that. It's a tongue twister. You are not just a great networker now, but you are a great networker's favorite networker. And that's how we take it to a whole new level. And it's so important. That's how we become linchpins. So that's why I'm rounding up on that note, that don't stay at that level where you are just the one looking for the connections. Be that person that says, oh, this is what you are trying to achieve, right? Okay, I know this person who has done that. Let me see how I can bring two of you together. And there's just this magic and explosion that happens when you are the one that brings great minds. What you make happen for others, God will absolutely make happen for you. That's one thing you need to remember. What you make happen for others, God will absolutely make happen for you. And that might just be the next level that you need to get to. You know, you are maybe at that place where you are wondering, what's the next level for me? What's the next level of influence? What's the next level of connection? What's the next level of leadership for me? Why? The next level for you might be that fact that start being the person that brings other great people together. Start being the person that brings other great minds together into a forum, into a room, and that's how you become a linchpin. That's how you become unforgettable. That's how you have greater influence with people. And you know how I always do it in all of my live sessions, right? To share with you a real life experience of how this has happened for me. And that's just what it is. That you know how um, I just got to that point where I realized that hosting a live event is one way to quickly gain greater influence with people. For me, that's just what's so heartwarming, and one thing that is a trophy that I gained and I learned in this year 2023. That hosting your own personal event is a one beautiful way to have greater influence with people. And that's just my own charge and my own encouragement to you, that if you've never thought about it, maybe this is the time for you to start really thinking about it and to start considering it. And for me, it was a few days, yes, few days after the live in-person event that I held in June this year, 2023, that I saw the profile picture of one of the participants of the seminar. And when I saw her profile picture, I couldn't help but smile. And the reason why I smiled was because um, the picture, her profile picture was this very beautiful picture of her that she took at my in-person event. And for me, it was so heartwarming for me to see that, because it was this beautiful picture of her at my in-person event, and the picture was taken by the first photographer that I hired for the event. So guess what? I brought her into the event. I brought the photographer to come and cover the event, to come and take pictures for the event, and they met, and that beautiful magic happened. Now, guess what? Every time that she looks at that picture, who do you think she's definitely going to think about? And for me, that's just what is so beautiful. That's just what is so heartwarming. That you can be that person too that brings other great people together. That brings other great people together. That helps other people, to find that place where they connect, to find that place where their goals, their dreams, their aspirations, their desires, align and connect, and they are going together on that journey as high performers to be the creative best that God has created them to be. You can be that person to make it happen. And to remember that the seed of influence is in you, is in me. It's some a seed that God has put in us from the foundation of the world at creation. Being a person of influence, being influential, is not reserved for a chosen few. It's not reserved for the social media stars, for the people who have millions of followers on social, or something that is reserved for celebrities, or something that is reserved for people in public office or in government officials. You and I are people of influence. You are a person of influence. I am a person of influence. And you need to remember that no matter how you feel right now, that, oh, I'm not so good with people, I'm not so great at influencing people, you need to remember that that seed of influence that is in you is a good seed. It's absolutely a good seed. And one thing about good seeds is that all they need is just the right environment, the right conditions, and that seed will flourish. It's the same way that with the right conditions, with the right skills, with the right mindsets, trust me, you will absolutely be dazed at the level of influence that you command. You absolutely be dazed at the level of influence you command. You need to remember that that thing needs to be solidly burning at the back of your mind, that you have absolutely no idea the far reach of influence that you can command. And when you understand that, then you now keep saying to yourself that, what am I doing today to unpack that great potential of influence that I carry on the inside of me? It's very important. And that's why, I said, let me do my little bit to come on live here with you this evening, just to encourage you, just to charge you that, look, you are the linchpin. God created you to be a linchpin. Don't stay in that place where you're just stuck in your head, where you're just wondering, oh, will people like me? Will people support me? Oh, will people find me interesting? No, there is a greater level of service. There is a greater level of influence. There is a greater level of inspiration. If you will be that person that focuses on others and the goals they are trying to achieve, if you take that step to leverage the intelligence and the wisdom of others, If you will be that person to take the initiative to reach out to other people of influence, don't be intimidated. They are not smarter than you. They are the same level, the same place where you are right now is the same place where they started. And you can also command a high level of influence. Take that bold step, create a platform that brings great minds together. And trust me, you just I can't wait to hear your testimony. Whatever that goal that you are trying to achieve, be it in your business, be it in your career, be it in your finances, I can't wait to celebrate with you. This year 2023 will still be your best year yet, as we keep doing all that we can to be the linchpins wherever we are. That's just my charge and my encouragement to you. At home, be the linchpin. At work, be the linchpin. In what that club, in that society that you belong to, be the linchpin there. Be the person that says, hey, let's come together, let's make this thing happen. Be that person that sees the greatness in other people, and that does everything to make sure that that greatness finds expression. And as you do that, there is absolutely no doubt, there is nothing that will stop your own greatness from finding full expression. Thank you so much. This You found this helpful? Type yes in the comments. I know you absolutely found this helpful. I had an absolutely great and swell time doing this with you this evening. Beautiful stuff. Don't forget to send me your high performance review for the week. Three things: what you are grateful for this week, what you are learning this week, and what you are looking forward to in the upcoming week. Just like I said at the beginning, I'm just so grateful to be here with you, to do this with you. Over 1,900 subscribers on YouTube. Awesome stuff, right? Well, I'm just so grateful to you. You are the one making it happen. Thank you so much. You are super awesome. You are the best. The lesson I'm learning this week is how to have greater influence with people, be the linchpin. That's just what we spoke about. And what I'm looking forward to is the $100 week online program, a 30-day coaching program where I share with you the psychology and the practical steps to take to make $100 in a week. And that is coming up next month, in the month of August. Just so excited about that program. 30 days of deep dive that we're going to be seeing to take your finances to a whole new level. It's going to be a time of wisdom. It's going to be a time of learning. It's going to be a time of coaching, of accountability, of sharing, of community. You want to be part of that to gain the strategy and insights to help your finances as a high performer, because we can't shy away from that aspect of high performance. A very critical aspect of our high performance journey is our finances, and learning one extra thing that can help you achieve your financial goal is very important. It's not going to be anything about get rich quick scheme, or about multi-level marketing, or about crypto. I'm not putting down anybody that does that, but that's not what it's going to be about. All I'm going to be doing is to help you recognize the things that you carry on the inside of you, and how you can get paid. How you can get paid sharing those things online. That's just what it's going to be about. And it's going to be 30 days where I'm going to be with you every step of the way to make sure that you achieve real results. You want to be part of that program. Just type 100 in the comments and I will send you the link. Just comment with just that figure 100, and I will send you the link so that you can learn more, but more importantly, to sign up for the program. Thank you so much for being here with me this evening on High Performance Live with me, Kayode Kolade. You guys are awesome. You guys are the best. Celebrate you so much. Wishing you just one more day to the end of the week. Wishing you a pleasant Friday tomorrow. Wishing you a super beautiful weekend, and then have a great coming week ahead. The next time I see you is going to be the month of August. So wishing you a happy new month in advance. Can't wait to see you in that month of August. Can't wait to hear your testimonies. Do take care. Your greatness is very, 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 very sure.